What is up? It's your boy jonni.shreve. Hi, big bro. To tell like it is. Before you guys start, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You're gonna enjoy this one, I think. I said I would do one of these monologue videos, kind of opening up. I told you guys from the start I would be transparent and vulnerable. I'm gonna give out that transparent, vulnerable tell like it's truth. And I wanted to give you guys a part of me that I don't let out much. A very vulnerable side of me. And I want to give you guys full disclosure on this prep. And when it comes to bodybuilding, when it comes to competing and prepping, you have to continue with your prep no matter what's going on in your life. This isn't going to be easy at all, so just bear with me. There's a reason why I am the way I am. Why I'm up here on a Saturday morning before all my athletes are. I'm in Moncton, my athletes competing. I've been up since 4:30. I'm going to go do cardio. I'll do an hour and a half. I've done a lot of cardio before. I've done enough cardio before. My fascia, my feet have been torn, microfiber tears, and plantar fasciitis, trying to make weight for certain things or whatever it is. I've had this never quit, never die attitude my entire life. And it was my father. I don't mention him much. Not much of my family, not much at all, to be honest. I kind of keep my family apart from this because I don't know, I like to keep my family protected from But I think this part needs to be said because I always believe that I went through things and I go through things because other people are probably going through the same thing, and it could probably benefit them if I just speak about it, because most of the time people just want to know they're not the only ones going through something. Anyway, cut to the chase. My father is at the later stages of dementia. Now, I'm going to be flip-flop back and forth from being very positive and then, being very realistic. My father's 83 years old. So being at the later stages of dementia and being 83, although it's not a pleasant mental illness whatsoever, 3 of my good friends have lost their parents at ages of 60. So I am blessed that my father is still here. And that's the biggest solitude I have through this whole process. But it doesn't take away from the fact that I have to watch my father, in a sense, deteriorate mentally. We have this weird connection. My mother will call me when he goes through, some episodes and he gets pretty, it gets to that point where, he's either very nasty or whatever, how dementia is very up and down. And I can talk him through things. It's really cool because he responds to me. And the relationship we had when we were younger, I hated my father. I did not like him. We did not see eye to eye on a lot of things. I was a bad kid. I don't want to say bad, but I acted up. I did my own thing. In hindsight, I was just very similar to my father. Where am I going with this? Well, there's a few things my dad's always said to me. He's always said this all the time. I've never heard a man say, "I'm fine," in so many circumstances where you're not fine. Don't say you're fine. You're not fine. But he would say, "I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, Jonathan. Don't worry about it. We're all good. Everything's fine." And this saying he'd say to me, and I'm sure people have heard it before, he'd always say, "Winners never quit and quitters never win." 2008, when I was playing football, at St. Mary's University, my dad is a scratch golfer, absolutely amazing athlete, 100%. I have a lot of my genetic gifts from my parents. My father's fast up until that age, 7 years old. He was just as fast as I was. He would race us and beat us. He's an amazing skater, hockey player, baseball player, amazing golfer, bowler. I'm talking just the shit at every single sport possible to mankind. And 2008, he had a stroke, 4 of them, right like that. And I remember that day, my mom called. They came to visit me for a game, went home. Mom calls me, "Your father had a stroke." Long story short, he ended up having this thing called an AVM, almost like tumor-like cyst or whatever, kind of sitting dormant in the back of his head that would cause him seizures his whole life. He would have seizures. And he'd hide these seizures by clenching his fist. And he'd hide them from us all the time. And I remember when I went home to visit him, and I remember my father being this strong, dynamic man. He's old school. He grew up in the civil rights era movement. He's went through a lot, and I remember him being in a place where he couldn't stand up and even pee on his own. I remember him peeing on himself, and I'm just being very open with that, because I said I would be open. And I remember just then and there, I remember being with him and helping him, because I've been that kind of person that nothing really phases me. I've been around a lot in my life that things really don't get to me, where I'm kind of grossed out or whatever. And when it comes to my father, my family, I don't really give a shit. Like, that's family. And I remember saying, I just got to get my bearings back. I just got to get my bearings back. It was 2008. Before that, he had prostate cancer. When I was 21 years old. 2008, I was 25. 2000. When I was 21 years old, he had prostate cancer. So he had prostate cancer, and then he had strokes, and then had to get surgery to remove the brain tumor, cyst, like whatever. And basically, he lost peripheral vision in his right. He lost movement or just, coordination, motor skills on the left side. And I remember saying, I get my bearings back. And he got his bearings back. He came through, but he never really came straight to. He never came back fully. And consistently, year after year, something would happen again. Something would happen. He spent the whole year, 2 years ago in the hospital. He fell and broke his hip. There were signs of dementia then, and my athletes are messaging me. They gotta be checking in. Here's what I'm getting at. We all go through things in life. We all do. And there's two ways we can go about situations in our life that are hard trying. We can let it be what defines us and dictates our every move, controls where we go, controls our feelings, our choices, or we can take control of that and do everything we can to overcome. My father is one of the most mentally strong people I've ever met in my life. If you met him, you would think he's just old. He just says things like that. But he has his latest stages of dementia, and he fell again. He's in the hospital again. He falls a lot. And hello. Hey. Nice. Okay. You could eat out. We can do the other. I was thinking do the other half diuretic. Okay. And if we, I would just say it's times 5. Let's wait till 7. Yeah, but you can definitely eat right now. Have some coffee or water. Have some water with your first meal, and then let me know, and then I'll come check. I'm gonna go do cardio in a bit, so I'll pass by and then I'll come check you out before I go. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Bye. So anyway, my father fell, and he's in the hospital again. So this entire prep, through whatever video, through whatever cardio session, whatever, I've been managing my father, calling him with my daughter, letting him see Selena. The pandemic's made things hard for us to travel because we weren't allowed to travel for a bit. Couldn't go over to my father to come home and quarantine, and the whole family can't quarantine and whatnot. So it's been very, very challenging for me with this prep. But I can't say it's been challenging for me because I'm the one that's healthy. I'm the one that's here. And I'm the one that can do what I want, when I want, how I want. I don't worry about anybody taking care of me. So when I call my father and he says, I'm fine, I say, I'm fine. Every time I get off on the phone, he says, Just never, don't say goodbye. I'll be seeing you. I don't know what. I don't know what any of you guys are going through. I don't know. But I know somebody watching is going through something in their life. And I want you to know that you will be fine. Everything will be fine. You have to take control and have this willingness, this authority of your life to press through whatever comes your way, no matter what. My dad has looked death in the face countless amounts of times and said, he is fine. I'm fine. I will be fine. I remember talking to my father and being like, Dad, are you alright? He's like, yeah, I'm just tired. I'm like, I know. And sometimes, and it's very weird to say, but sometimes I was like, why do you keep fighting for? Like, why don't you tired? Just, you lived an amazing life. Me and my brother are doing great. Our kids are amazing. We have good families. We own stuff. We've made it. He's been able to see me go from street addict, failing, losing scholarships to this. He gets to watch me on YouTube, and he tells me all the time that he just loves watching me. So I wonder why. Because quitters never win. Because winners never quit. And quitters never win. So whatever it is that you're battling, whatever it is that you're going through, everything will be fine. You have to know that and believe it. You gotta convince yourself that everything is fine, despite what anybody says, what any doctor says, whatever the circumstance or situation is, whatever the reality is. You have to convince yourself and believe that everything is fine. I thought I'd say that today. It'll check in my athletes. I need to go to cardio, and that's it, and I'm gonna be fine. I don't want sympathy. I understand empathy and compassion, but I don't want sympathy. This wasn't a video for you to feel sorry for me. It was a video for you to be motivated, because you have control. And for me, it's just something I can get off my chest. It's good therapy for me. Anyway, guys, hope you liked the video. If you did, man, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. You know I'm going to come out that tell like it is transparent, vulnerable truth. For coaching, guys, jonni.shreve.com. Get on this team, changing lives, one life at a time. It's not just about diet plans and whatnot. It's about changing lives in a motivating way, giving you guys the tools to be able to do this for the rest of your life. Use my code Johnny15, 50% off Power 13 book. Use my other code Johnny for 15% off of Fit Army. Share your videos with me, share posts, share anything. Just share with me, I'll repost for you guys. Because you know how it is, iron sharpens iron, progressive over life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing, and it's never going to be goodbye. I'll be seeing you. Peace.
I spent half the film trying to get Gertie to do her little, she does like a 360 in the air. What?
My average weight was, my median was 226.